Generally, most of my friends don't own houses. I think a lot of folks are still in apartments, and also they have roommates. So for us to own a house, it's pretty rare. Never imagined that I would be in a position to buy a house that had a bathroom, like a master bath. Hi, I'm Angie McPherson, and I'm 33 years old. I work on the web team in digital media for a nonprofit in Washington, D.C. We purchased our house in 2018 when I found out I was pregnant, and it was $346,000. We wanted to buy a single family home, and it was the closest we could get to the city. You can come in. This is Toby's room. It's space themed because I've always really cared about space, and as soon as we saw this mobile, he points up sometimes and he says, "There's the sun." And this is the master bedroom. We fell in love with it because you can look out the back window and see bamboo. My grandpa is Japanese, and his last name is Sasaki, which means bamboo. Our first house we bought in 2016. At the time, there was a Virginia first-time buyers program, and so that afforded us the down payment. We only had to save a couple $1,000s, and my grandma also gifted us a little bit, so that way that helped us to get into the market for the first time. Cute. Okay, so this is my husband, Alistair, and we met at school. The amount I make is around $1,600 every 2 weeks. Alistair makes $1,300 every 2 weeks. We pay about $2,000 every month for the mortgage. Student loan debt, which is, I think we pay $400 a month for that. Daycare is $700. So those are all of our big expenses. It's definitely stretching our bottom line. I incurred $65,000 in student loan debt after my master's program. I'm paying it back slowly with a specific program called the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Over a 10-year period, if you pay back a specific amount that you can pay with your income, after that 10 years, the rest of the loan will be forgiven. I'm at year 4 in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and hopefully, if nothing happens to it, then my student loan will be dissolved after that amount of time. I live in Northern Virginia, but make the commute to Washington, D.C., which some people find odd, that we can sometimes cross between Virginia, D.C., and Maryland all in one day, or even within an hour. I get to work from home 2 days out of the week, which is really nice. It just gives me a couple extra minutes in the morning so I can get the baby over to daycare or over to my grandma's house. I love my job, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I've bought into the mission of protecting and promoting public health. My mom is from Hawaii. Her background is Filipino, Japanese, Chinese, and my dad is from Texas, and his background is Mexican, Spanish. My husband is British. He was recently naturalized, so Toby is all sorts of new American. I know a lot of people who grow up in their hometowns and then they stay there their whole lives, and I didn't want to be that person. But somebody in my family got really sick, and it led me to a place where I realized how important family was in my life. I just wanted to be there for the cakes, the birthday cakes, the celebrations, and my family's really close. I went as a journalist to Greece in 2017 to try to cover the refugee crisis. I fell in love with the issue area and the people, and I've made friends. So this is a piece of art from a refugee camp in Athens, And it's an artist who's from Afghanistan who got to Lesbos with her husband and her 3 kids. I don't make a lot of money, but I know that that's not what matters in all of this. It's the fact that if you can go and help in whichever way you can, then at least you're showing that you've done something in the midst of this massive humanitarian crisis. I got the word for peace in Arabic on my wrist to always remind me that peace is your everyday actions. It's how you can make the world a peaceful place through every single little thing that you do, through your interaction with a person at a store, to the way that you raise your kids, but having that peace in your heart and letting them see it through you.
Hello， 谢谢你收看到这里。那如果你喜欢这个视频的话，记得点赞、转发、收藏，而且不要忘记关注 Plus One。我们下期节目再见，拜拜。